Remember, if there's ever a part of this video that goes just a little too fast for you, you can always pause and go back to watch it again. Or you can just pause the video while you catch up and then start the next step. Hey friends, this week we are looking at artwork by an artist named Carmen Lomas Garza. Now, this artist is a Mexican-American artist who draws a lot of pictures of families and people she knows who are participating in family traditions. She also enjoys illustrating books, and so I am adding a link to a video where you can have one of her books read to you. One of the things that this artist does is she creates the illusion of space. Now, an illusion is when something is tricking your brain. So if you ever look at a picture and it looks like it could just pop out, like it's 3D, that's an illusion, right? Because the picture is just on a piece of paper. So space in art isn't just outer space. It's the space in a room. Like I'm in this room. I'm up here close to the camera. My bed is back there. The picture on my wall is even further back. There's space between me and my wall. In art, we want to learn how to create the illusion of space. So even though my bed is flat, you can see it going up because it's going far away. In these pictures, Carmen Lomas Garza makes sure that you can see that there are some things that are closer and some things that are further away. How can you tell what's closer and what's further away in this picture? Here is a picture of a family that is coming together to make tamales. What do you notice? Is there anything familiar about this picture to you? Have you ever made tamales with your family or watched your family make them? I notice that you can see the floor under everyone's feet. And the people who are farther away are up higher on the page. The people who are closer are down lower on the page. This isn't creating the illusion of space because I know that the people up close to me are down here and the people that are further away from me are over here in the doorway and at the table. In this picture, you can see there's a fiesta going on. And we even have some papel picado up here like we talked about a couple weeks ago. In this picture, you can see that there's lots of people and lots of movement. Carmen Lomas Garza is very good at making it look like the people in the picture are moving. How do you know that they're moving in this picture? I can see that this child is moving because he's taking a step with his foot, and his foot is pointed up and his arms are up and down. I can tell this child is taking a drink of a soda. What else are people doing in this picture? Once again, you can see that some people are further away and some people are closer. How do you know they're further away and closer? Another neat picture that she created was of this family participating in the posadas. Have you or anyone you know participated in a posada before? What's it like? Tell me and your peers about it when you get a chance. After looking at this artwork, what I want you guys to do in order to get started is to close your eyes and think about some good memories. I want you to think about the people in your life who are important to you and something that you do together that you enjoy or something that you did together once. I want you to picture who's there. Where are you? What's everyone doing? Do you remember what colors they're wearing? How is everyone moving if they're doing something? Once you've thought about that memory, then you are going to draw it, just like in these pictures we looked at. I'm going to start with my pencil because I want to be able to erase something if I don't like it. Now, when I start my sketch, a sketch is something that you do to practice to start your picture. And that way you can erase it if you don't like it and you're planning, right? So I am going to start a drawing of my abuelita teaching me and my mama how to make tortillas. So I'm going to press really lightly with my pencil when I start because I want to make sure that I can erase if I need to. Now, it might be a little hard for you guys to see because I'm pressing very lightly. And that's what you want to do too. So when you first start drawing your picture, I want you to make sure you are also pressing very lightly. If you want to start your sketch while I'm sketching, you can. All right, so now that I have my sketch, I have an idea of where I want everything. So now I can start going over the lines that I like a little harder by pressing harder with my pencil, or I can use markers and other writing tools to make my lines a lot darker and easier to see. Notice that the things that are closer are the ones that are further down on the page. The things that are further away are further up on the page. Now I'm going to create some visual texture. I want it to look like my abuelita's dress has soft patterns on the fabric. So I'm going to draw some lines on the fabric to make it look soft. And then I can draw some little patterns on it. This is a pattern. Anytime you repeat the same shape a bunch of times, you're creating a pattern. I also remember my mama always having long, shiny hair, and it was always looking so soft. So I'm going to add some lines in my mom's hair to make it look nice and soft. For my big kids, this is a good time for you to start adding some shadows. So remember when we were talking about creating that illusion or tricking your eyes into thinking something is 3D, you have to know where your light source is coming from. So if we pretend that I have a light source over here that's a light, if the light's on this side, our shadows are going to be on the other side. So we're going to start adding some shadows on the side where there is not as much light. So wherever you have a shape, you want to put a shadow on the side where there isn't as much light. But keep in mind, sometimes there's multiple light sources, right? So even if there's a light over here, I have a window. So there might be some shadows down on the bottoms of things too if there's light from coming in from up here. So I'm going to draw some shadows on the bottom of me, on the back of my neck, and even down below my chair on the floor. Once you finish your drawing, you can start adding some color. If you want to work on your artwork while you watch this part of the video, you can. Now, when you're looking at a picture, how do you know when something's closer and further away? One way to know that is when something is further down on the page. Like my mom, my abuelita, and I, we're closer because we're closer to the bottom. But when you look out the window that's way up here, you can see that my dog is outside. So you know that the window is further away than me because it's up high on the page. Also, is my dog really that big? No, my dog's probably actually pretty big, right? So another way to make sure that something looks like it's further away is by making it smaller. So if something is far away, like my dog outside in the window, I can make it further up on the page and smaller. That way it looks like it's far away. Here's another example of this assignment that I drew a while back. Here my family is hanging out on my dad's porch. My husband and I are playing with our daughter and our dog Yui. My dad is grilling. My brother's over here in the swimming pool, and then my stepmom's over here hanging out with him further away. For your objectives today, I want you to draw a memory and include at least 10 details. So let's count some details. Have my daughter, me, my husband, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have like 15 or 16 details. You can always do more, but I want you to do at least 10. Your second objective is to create the illusion of space. So it looks like it's going further away by putting the things that are further away up high in the paper and smaller, and putting the things that are closer down low in the paper. Sus objetivos en español. Número 1. Yo puedo dibujar una memoria y incluyo al menos 10 detalles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 y más. Número 2. Yo puedo crear una ilusión de espacio, dibujando algunas cosas lejos en la parte alta de la página y otras cosas cercas en la parte baja de la página. Remember, when you are turning your artwork into Seesaw, you need to make sure that it is responding to this assignment. So if you just take a picture and post it anywhere in Seesaw, I might have a hard time finding it. So what I would like you to do is make sure that you are turning in your artwork with this assignment, not in the regular journal. I can't wait to see what you do. See you in art class.